It's easy to get lost in the idea that what you're trying to do more than anything with guest posting is to bump your search engine rankings up. That shouldn't be your first goal. It's understandable if you think that sounds strange. You're trying to expose your content to new readers and hope that they click on your link. The most significant benefit may not be from Google, but from the people who visit your site from the link. They might become a regular consumer of your content and possibly share it with others. That could end up being far more valuable than being bumped up a spot or two in the search engine rankings. It's crucial that you publish new content if you're a blogger. Should you post something new every day? It all depends on if you're able to update your site with quality content. If the answer is yes, you can, then post daily. If you can't, then post whenever you can. It is essential, though, that you post regularly. It's a good idea to try to post daily if possible. You will get an extra jolt of traffic from Google and social media if you post every day. The mistake that people make is they think all the content they created must be posted immediately. You can sit on the content if you like. Though, if you've got hundreds of blog posts waiting to be published, then go ahead and publish them. You don't want to have such a backlog that you end up not publishing them at all. Also, it takes quite a bit of time for Google to index and rank content. A post you publish today won't rank to the top for months. Most of you won't have this problem, as it takes quite a bit of time to create quality content. If you've got hundreds of posts, either they're of low quality or you've been outsourcing the content. As we alluded to, it's possible to outsource content production. You can outsource all of your content production. The biggest names in blogging have other people write posts for them. That's a secret that most of them don't want to get out, but it's true. Very few of the prominent bloggers spend much time writing posts from scratch. If you've got the money, then find yourself a creative writer who can get the job done. It'll save you from having to do all of the research and writing. You'll then be able to take the time you are spending on content creation and use it to promote your posts. That will help drive traffic and hopefully result in a few sales as well. Have you thought about posting your content on Reddit? If so, then you've probably read dozens of tutorials telling you how finicky Reddit users are. Reddit users are indeed internet savvy, and it's challenging to sell them something. But sometimes selling something isn't your first priority. It may not even be on your radar if you have a site that's purely content and nothing else. There are plenty of sites that sell nothing and only want to serve up their content. If you have a site like this, then you probably generate revenue from display ads. Spamming Reddit is a huge mistake. You will not get anywhere posting your link all over the place there. Instead, create useful content and be a member of a few subreddits. It's vital that you understand that Reddit is a moderated forum. Not only can people up and down vote your posts, but moderators can ban you. The last thing you want to do is ruin your reputation on Reddit. It's very luring to want to spam Reddit in hopes of getting the massive amounts of traffic that everyone talks about. Reddit doesn't work that way, and you'll learn that fast when you've been banned from a few subreddits. The best way to get some traffic to your site is by posting links in your profile. Reddit has changed many things, and now you can post links to your profile. This is by far the best way of getting traffic to your content without spamming. You do want to be active on Reddit and post to many different subreddits. The hope here is that people will read your content and click on your username. If they do that, then hopefully they'll click on a link and visit your site. That's the best you can hope for without spamming the place. You can try to post to subreddits directly, but make sure the moderators are okay with it first. You may find that some moderators are okay with an occasional link if you're a regular poster in the subreddit. Facebook groups are wildly addictive, and people love to hang out in them. All of those people are potential visitors to your site. You don't want to spam groups, as that won't have the type of results you're looking for. Instead, be a valued member of the community and post quality content. If you do, then sometimes you'll be able to post a link. You don't want to post links to your content in every message. That's not a good idea, and it will get you banned from the group real fast. Instead, sprinkle them in from time to time when you feel that it's appropriate. You'll find that this method works best, as it will enable you to post links for years to come. You already know where this is about to go. Facebook is a colossal waste of time. You can spend all day there and not get a single thing done. You always want to go to Facebook with a purpose and leave once your task is completed. If you stick around too long, then you'll end up wasting way too much time. If you want to hang out there for personal reasons, then do so during your downtime. Don't do it while you're trying to get work done. You won't get much of anything done other than look at cute fuzzy kittens. Nothing is stopping you from starting your own group. Doing so might be the right thing for you and your content. Do you have a lot of followers who want to interact with you? If so, the best way to do it is with a group. It'll give them easy access to you, and you'll be able to reach out to them without much effort. It doesn't cost a single cent to start your own group, though you may find yourself spending way too much time there. Limit the amount of time that you spend on Facebook, as it can quickly drain into the time you spend creating content. A viral tweet isn't the easiest thing in the world to create. It's even more difficult to create them with links to your site. It can be done, and it's something that you should spend at least a little time looking into. How do you define a tweet that goes viral? That's a hard question to answer, as it depends on the activity of your tweets. If your tweets receive a good amount of engagement, then you won't have to do much of anything. But if your tweets rarely stir up the bird's nest, then it's going to take some work. Yes, this defies conventional wisdom, as you want to always focus on quality. The problem with Twitter is, a tweet has a very short lifespan. We're talking minutes and not hours or days. A blog post can go viral and receive social shares and backlinks for weeks and months. A tweet, well, it has about a 15-minute lifespan. So, unless you're famous, expect your tweets to fade away into obscurity pretty quickly. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try to hit it out of the ballpark. Sometimes a tweet will have a life of its own and live for hours. You have to get it out of your head that only the tweets that share your website are worth posting. You can and should put a link to your site in your Twitter bio. Sometimes you want to post things that have no URLs in them at all. What you're trying to do here is get people to look at your bio. A small percentage of those people will click on your link. If you can get a handful of clicks per day, then you might build up a bunch of return visitors in a year or two. Yes, that's a long time, but it's well worth it. Also, you'll get this traffic without having to spam your URL all over the place. People are far more likely to return to your site if they found it via your bio than they would if you continuously spam it all day and night. There are so many different ways you can get traffic to your content and affiliate offers using a podcast. The most important thing to keep in mind is that you don't want the entire podcast to be one giant audio recording of a spam message. You need to offer something of value, and the podcast also needs to be entertaining. No one is going to listen through your entire podcast or come back for another one if you do nothing but sell to them all day long. You wouldn't listen to such a podcast, and you shouldn't expect others to do so as well. You want to build up your audience first and foremost. It's going to be crucial to your success that you have as many listeners as possible. They will not only visit the sites that you advertise, but it's also possible for them to suggest your podcast to their friends and family. You need to continually grow your audience base in hopes of reaching more people. The trick to podcasting is to create something that people want to share with others. If they don't feel your content is worth sharing, you're probably not going to get very far. You know what happens if you put too much salt on your food? It becomes salty. The same can be said about advertising in your podcasts. Listeners will tolerate a certain amount of advertising since they've been conditioned to sit through it when listening to the radio or watching TV. They don't want to sit through an entire commercial for whatever it is you're promoting. It's best if you can promote content on your site that directly deals with whatever you're talking about. If you're talking about how to make jam, it might be best to suggest they visit your page to learn how to can the jam. Also, you can show them some sweet jars on Amazon that will make the entire canning process a breeze. It's that kind of advertising that works and listeners respond to. It's all about making money, and you've got to find a happy medium where your listeners don't feel as if you're spamming them. There are so many reasons why you need to start an email list. If you don't have one already, then it's high time that you get one. The main reason why you want a mailing list is that it gives you a direct channel to contact people directly. The subscribers to your list will feel like you're talking to them. You want your emails to sound folksy, like they're meant for a friend. The last thing anyone wants to receive is an email that has a formal feel to it. You want to build up a friendship with the reader, even if you never directly talk to them. It's vital for your conversions that the subscriber feels like they know you on a personal level. A huge mistake marketers make is that they spam their email list constantly with affiliate offers. Don't do that. Instead, include a link to your blog. You can't expect people to stay subscribed to your list if the only thing you do is shove offers down their throat. Instead of going that route, offer them something of value. You don't need to have an affiliate offer on your blog post. It's important enough that they're visiting your blog. They may even share it with their friends like they're getting something from you and also a piece of you. Connecting is so important, and you won't be able to do that if you're continually trying to get them to buy from you. Everyone is in a hurry these days to make a fast buck. That's not a good long-term strategy when it comes to making money online. The people who subscribe to your list can buy from you for years. It's not unheard of for people to buy off of someone multiple times throughout their subscription. Don't feel like you have to sell something to them right away. An attitude like that will make you too pushy, and people won't respond to it. Instead, keep your eye on offering your subscribers something of value and hope that down the line, they will be turned into customers. The type of sites that have resource pages tends to be those that are detail and fact-driven. The average webmaster doesn't have a resource page anywhere to be found on their site. That doesn't mean that websites that do have these links aren't valuable. They can be of great value and provide a steady stream of traffic to your site. Maybe, more importantly, your website might receive a slight bump in Google's rankings by receiving a link on resource pages.